Ready to head out there? Or did you... Go ahead. Just... Always fond of high-gravity environments. Nothing like performing double the effort to achieve half the efficiency.
Wait! Don't shoot me! I didn't do anything wrong!
Bullshit. You didn't think we'd notice. I'm really not in the mood. Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy. We'll find out, won't we? Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting. Yeah, well, you're here now, so we'll just have to make it work. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find. If you're ready, I'm at a critical point. Now let's just get this over with. She won't be staying. You'll find out everything you need. Follow me.
Yes, what?
Sorry, friend. I don't do autographs.
Oh, I can't believe people who participate in blood sports can possibly be considered celebrities or heroes.
Yeah, well...
Oh, in my mind, they're worse than criminals.
Take a seat.
So you're working with Autumn, huh? Who are you? Is that so?
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why? Wow, how noble.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory. That's exactly what this meeting is about. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
She's the owner and manager here. Inherited the place when her husband was killed. May's the key to this whole thing, but I don't know her. Maybe try to get on her good side? My thinking exactly. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. I hope that's not false bravado, Deputy, because this is life and death we're talking about. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die. Will you?
Really going to take on the Mile, huh?
We need to rescue that vanguard.
Here to bask in my glory.
If you fancy yourself a Red Mile runner, just speak to me. Ah, a new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar. Well, of course you are. How could you miss hearing about the Settled System's most exciting sporting event? Why, even people from the most backwoods systems like Seoul have heard of the Red Mile. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality. Well, it's quite simple, really. Then it's a race to the buzzer. Make it back alive and you'll... Of course. That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him? Exactly. It's no small favor that you're... It's been too long since we... Are you prepared? Oh, I'm afraid that... Good. Once you've begun, I'll collect... That's what...
Mission or not, I can't even imagine why you'd take part in...
Now that we're clear on what's expected of you. Good. Wherever you go in the Settled Systems, there's always mercenaries.
Don't exist for the Rangers while you get in trouble out here.
If you're looking to register, you'll need to speak to Ms. Divine.
People betting for uneven space survival. Absolutely revolting.
Your attention, please! Valued patrons and honored guests! For one brave soul, the hour of fate. Yes! A runner has come to test the Red Mile! Now is your chance to get a good look at our fearless challenger as you contemplate your wages. Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steel and determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show! The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower to see the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive and your run will be complete. Go now, runner, and see if you can survive the mile!
what you're doing. Because I'm not happy we're participating in this barbarism. Not at all. I'm told that running the Red Mines is impossible. Please don't tell me you're seriously considering making an attempt.
considering I could really use the work. I'm a propulsion specialist, so I can help you squeak. Trust me, you'd be getting... Why is that? In my experience, the right... I hear you. I don't get it. That's the best I can do. Take it or leave it. What's my assignment? I'll get underway.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear. If the Red Mile were easy, I'd go out of business. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
Just so you know, Hi. Well... Cool. Enjoy yourself.
It can get rowdy in here sometimes, but we try to keep things civil.
You made it.
You must be tougher than you look.
You're back. Are you okay?
What's this I hear about you giving one of my crew a
You're
hard
alive.
time, Reese?
And that's what matters most.
Since you quit running,
Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that.
I've been face to face with death more times than you and all your insecure gun-toting.
No, it's not that. I'll tell you all about it after this.
Yeah, well, you better stop messing with my
How
unit,
could
or
you
there are gonna be
possibly...
consequences.
Maybe someday I can...
You mean
but no.
like how you and your
No.
bloody
Now isn't the time. We need to focus on the task at hand. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You'd rather go back
You always were the soft one, little sister.
plundered on a regular
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
Now the pirates would leave and the guests would return. If it were up to me, I'd... fire the lot of you.
I considered placing a bet against you. I honestly thought you'd be in worse shape than this.
Not up to you, is it? Meanwhile, here's some free advice. Next time you get
You must...
drunk,
I
try
considered
picking a
placing a
fight with
bet
someone
against
who
you.
isn't carrying a
But
firearm.
I didn't.
I can only hope my subordinates back for so long before they finally get tired of your BS.
Get the hell out of my face if I get this wanker.
I don't know if it was brave or stupid.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient. He's intelligent, well-connected, and utterly ruthless. He's also a man of taste who appreciates the finer things. You'll find out soon enough what I mean. Only that someone wanted a meeting. Don't expect to catch him unprepared. He keeps a sizable force of mercenaries aboard his ship as bodyguards. Then it's in all our interests that you make haste. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
Look at that. Got all your moves.
I don't make chit-chat with patrons.
I need to move on.
All systems looking good, boss.
What's up?
Freighter to unknown vessel. I have an urgent package, hoping for some assistance. Acknowledge?
have something for you when you have a moment.
Your ship's not half bad.
Something you might be interested in. Aquila's one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
Every gun gets a full... Here's what I haven't...
You heard of the Elios Retreat? Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever. Going up in Insel too.
We're ready to depart.
Hello, Captain. Thinking of hitting the universe? I'm making another run out of New Atlantis. They don't got nothing worse out in the stars. To get closer to God and... Space travel is dangerous, but fortunately, whether it's respect for our religion... Have you ever felt something I've jumped dozens of times, but I'll keep jumping. Your heart is open. It was a pleasure talking, but I hope God watches over you.
boss is in the back.
Well, one thing's certain. Graziani certainly isn't afraid to flaunt his wealth.
Nice ship, huh? Got me the Red Mile. You're lucky to get a nice ship, huh? The First don't mess around. Better behave while you're in here.
This music is gonna put me to sleep.
My word. Some of these pieces on display are incredible. They belong in a museum.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks. Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger.
I'm willing to bet this deputy can handle whatever you intend to throw in our path.
And who might you be?
Sarah Morgan.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard, Sarah. It's clear you are a woman of refinement as well as beauty.
How about we skip the compliments and move things along, shall we?
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future, assuming we all keep our heads. To settle accounts, Major Hall served with distinction during the Colony War. But the leaders of the Free Star Collective, they turned on him. In his eyes, the Rangers are enforcers for a corrupt Council of Governors. That makes you his enemy. As for me, I didn't see any profit in nursing that grudge. I prefer to focus on the future. That's right. Major Hall spent 20 years in lockup nursing a grudge against the Free Star Collective. We all did. A lot of good men and women died for nothing because of those cowards you work for. You've chosen your side, and I've chosen mine. I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who'll kill you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand. Good. Then we are agreed.
How interesting. I wasn't aware that accepting bribes was one of the tenets that Freestar Range.
It'd be a shame if an encrypted slate... Now, before you complain, you're free to stay as long as you like.
Stay focused.
As you can see, I'm a man who enjoys the finer things.
Ready to head out there? Go ahead. Just don't... got to be something useful out here. I have things for you.
If you're looking for work, Mayor Cartwright might have some.
For you.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Aquila's really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
Just making my way.
Helga says I spent too much time at my terminal. He's probably right. Hey there, Deputy. How goes the hunt for the first? Good, good. If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an Ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom! Down they'll go. So, did you get any more of those encrypted slates? Because, let me tell you, I am so close. Who, me? Doubt you? Not a chance, Deputy. I knew you were a natural the moment I laid eyes on you.
Deputy. Take a seat.
This won't take long.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive. Set those thoughts aside. Right now, I need you to focus. How's your investigation proceeding? That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started.
It must be very easy for you to sit back and criticize when we've been doing all of the field work.
I've done my part. Besides, this is Ranger business, so why don't you keep your mouth shut?
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things I want to go over. We'll start with Ranger Callow in Hopetown. She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates. Nia says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on him. I can understand that. He can be uncompromising, but he looks after his people.
Let's continue. We got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant. And you were right to do so. Helping people is our most important duty, even when you're conducting an investigation.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani. Sounds like you're starting to understand what it means to be a Freestar Ranger.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart. Yeah, he always did like to hear himself talk. Seemed to think he was the smartest guy in the room. Don't know about that. But at least he had the sense to cooperate. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the 1st Cavalry was stronger than most. Sooner or later, the Reaper comes for us all.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them. Never saw it myself, but I know it's a large facility mostly underground. If the First are occupying it, they'll probably have set up defensive positions throughout the complex. The facility was on Arcturus 2. It could be a dead end, but if it's not, then you'd better be ready for a fight.
If you have questions before you head out, ask the Marshal. If I seem strict, it's because I'm protecting the integrity of the
It's a big facility. During the war, they used the planet's... That's about all. Smart, proud, and charismatic. A natural leader. Most in the 1st Cavalry would have laid down their lives on his orders without a second thought. But seeing so many of his soldiers die in the Battle of Nera, I think something broke in him that day. It's a sad story, and I sympathize to a point.
War is as much a punishment to the Punisher as to the sufferer. I read that in an old Earth book of quotations. I've never forgotten it. Bring me anything use. Honestly, now's not a... Let's finish what we've started before we go our separate ways.